The OMAD diet, otherwise known as the 1 meal a day diet. This type of diet consists of a type of intermittent fasting in which for your 1 meal, you could eat whatever you want and however much you want. With that being said, you can eat that 1 meal at any point in the day. It is completely up to you, as long as that meal is finished from 1 hour after you started eating. This challenge will start after my final meal, so let's see what I had first. As you can see, I had some chicken and some salad, and then I also threw on some yams there at the end. I made sure to track the time as well as to see when I stopped eating. As you can see, 6:59 is after I swallowed my last bite. Now, the 48-hour clock starts from here. It is officially the first morning of the OMAD challenge. So far, woke up. Normally, I would eat breakfast right now, have some eggs and ham and a protein shake, but we're only doing 1 meal a day. We're gonna have to strategize this. We can't just do this thing right as we wake up, have our meal in the morning, because I'm gonna be hungry later in the day. So let's see how much I weigh. So this is my current weight. I usually like to eat a larger breakfast in the morning and then have a medium lunch/snack, usually before I go to the gym, and then have a heavier dinner. So this is a little weird for the morning for me to kind of just not eat anything. I think I'm just going to get ready right now and then maybe try to distract myself a little bit, and I'll let you know how I feel. Here is the time right now. It's about lunchtime. I know I get 1 free meal during the day, but to be honest, I'm just trying to put it off as long as possible just because I don't want to eat and then at night start craving stuff again. I started the challenge last night and I started it at about almost 7 p.m. last night so I wouldn't have the cravings throughout the late night, especially if I had to stay up. So I'm trying to push it off as long as possible today. I'm starting to get a little bit of a headache. I can't tell if that's because of the sickness I've been getting over these past couple of days or what, but I can't make up my mind if today is my rest day or not, so we will see. I don't know if this headache is making me hungry or what, but I think I'm going to try to distract myself with a shower for now. I'm starting to feel it a little bit, but dinner will be in a few hours. Hang in there. So it's only been a few hours since the last recording, but I took a shower to distract myself and I laid down in bed and my stomach is growling now. I'm starting to feel a little bit on the weaker side and more lethargic, so I think I'm just gonna lay down, take a nap for a bit, try to distract myself with that, and hopefully by the time I wake up, it'll be dinner. Alright, so I was laying in bed for maybe like 2 hours, kind of just chilling, and then I just knocked out for maybe another hour and a half, 2 hours. So I woke up, my head is pounding right now. It has officially been 24 hours since I have last eaten. I know you're technically supposed to go 23 hours without eating and then 1 hour of that day with eating, so I'm just going to grab something right now. I was glad I'm able to hold off this long. However, it is time to go eat now. So the cool thing with the OMAD diet is that it's actually 1 meal per day, as in you could eat as much as you want during that meal. It doesn't have to just be a sandwich or a couple pieces of pizza. You could literally have anywhere between burgers and fries and a shake to chicken and salad and protein bars, like myself. So I'll start this timer right as I take the first bite. So one thing with the OMAD diet, on the little bit of research I did, is that they want you to try to avoid carbs and sugary foods, just because when you eat these foods, you'll get more of a craving to eat more of them, and you only have a 1 hour window to eat, and you can eat as much as you want. However, when you have things like protein-based foods, such as like chicken, and then vegetables along with it, such as a salad, you kind of get filled up a lot more too, as opposed to if you did have a bunch of maybe like cookies or chips or things like that. For example, earlier I mentioned pizza, and that might be a little bit too heavy on the carb side to eat. You might be craving more after you eat it. So just keep that in mind with whatever you are eating. The more protein-based that your food is, the more likely you are to be full. And I'm not on any sort of specific diet right now either. So I'm kind of just eating whatever we have around the house right now. And I know fruit sometimes, especially bananas, can be a little high in sugar. But once again, it's better for me to have fruit right now as opposed to going to the pantry and having some cookies or chocolate. So I can already tell with that first plate of food you guys saw, I still had about 37 minutes left to eat, and I was kind of wolfing it down unnecessarily. I had plenty of time left. For some reason, I felt like I had to rush because I had this timer going, so I felt like I needed to rush eating the food. Instead, you should try to sit down, enjoy your food, and plus, the slower you eat, the more filled up you get, so you don't feel like you have to eat as much anyways, so you don't binge as much. Also, these diets, such as OMAD diet, I know it says 1 hour a day you can eat. You shouldn't, if for some reason you do have to go a little bit over the time, time to enjoy that meal or get in enough calories to at least function in order to suit your goals, then that's okay. It doesn't matter if you go 10 minutes over the limit or whatever, as long as you're not constantly snacking throughout the day and eating multiple meals throughout the day. If you are doing this challenge, for example, then that is just fine in itself. Another thing to keep in mind is to listen to your body. It is more important to listen to your body than follow these arbitrary numbers. You don't have to necessarily go by the book every single time. Everybody's bodies are different. Your nutrition needs might be different than your brothers or sisters. All that matters is that you're consistent with what you are doing, whether it be in the gym or in the kitchen. So I am now done eating, so I'm going to spend the rest of the night getting ready for bed and editing. I'll see you guys in the morning. So it is officially the next morning, day 2 of the OMAD diet challenge, and I am feeling pretty hungry right now. I had a lot of trouble sleeping last night, even though I did eat a decent amount, a good amount of protein last night. I still felt a little hungry and I had a headache going until maybe like 2 in the morning. We are going to hit this workout, see how we feel. I'll let you guys know. I usually work out a little bit fasted anyway. I usually have maybe like a snack or something, but that is a few hours after I have breakfast. We're gonna hit this workout and I'll let you guys know how it feels and how I feel after. Okay, so that was the end of the workout. I'm gonna keep it hot. I'm really hungry right now and my head is still hurting. I felt really weak during the workout, but I got a really good pump in and I feel a lot more shredded than normal. I actually look a lot more shredded too than normal. I'm about to go have my one meal of the day. It's almost, the 48 hours is almost up, so I gotta get my meal in before this is over. So we're about to go eat. So yeah, there it was. That was the final meal. Now I just have to wait another 3 hours until freedom.
You were snacking too.
I had a few other snacks too. I actually had some cookies. Only because I know there's only 3 hours left of this. But yeah. So it is 7:16, well past the time at which we started. Time to see how much we weigh. 166.6. So the 48 hours is up. Yay. There's a total difference of 2.8 pounds from when I started to the end of the challenge. So overall, this was a pretty tough competition, mostly mentally, just because it doesn't seem very sustainable, especially for someone like myself who is a young man trying to put on size and muscle. Although I did see myself get more shredded, however, I also felt like I was losing muscle at the same time. And this was only for a 48-hour span. Obviously, if it was for much longer, like anywhere between a week to multiple weeks or even longer than that, I think I would definitely be losing muscle off of it too. But not too bad overall. It's just keep in mind the longer you go doing this, the harder it will be. I started feeling really weak and get headaches towards the end of this a lot. So some tricks I use to keep my hunger at a minimum is by drinking lots of water just to keep my stomach somewhat full, or at least feeling like it's full. And then every once in a while when I start to get hungry, I just brush my teeth because I knew I was gonna eat for a long time anyway. And sometimes when you just brush your teeth, you just feel clean and you don't necessarily want to eat right after anyways, just naturally. Another big thing is just distracting yourself in general from trying not to eat, trying not to think about food as much. For example, what I did was I went to the gym, I edited, and so on, even playing a little bit of video games or chess like on my phone, and I think this helped a lot as well. Overall, a different kind of challenge. I would not necessarily recommend this for anyone, especially if you're looking to sustain some sort of diet. This is not very sustainable in my opinion. However, some people can do it. If you have the willpower to do it, go for it, give it a shot. I'm just giving you what I experienced so far in this challenge. Comment any diets you have done down below. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Leave a like on your way out, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace!